Mhm.
Hello, I'm Жанна. I'm an interpreter from Kazakhstan. Now I live in Nursultan city, which is the capital. So yesterday I was contacted by two students from university in Almaty city. They are future translators. So they have a survey, some like scientific work or research work or for research paper. So they send me some questions of the interview. As I'm an interpreter with experience, I worked for about like 10 years. So the first question, how many years of experience do you have in translation? Yeah, I answered this question. So it's about 10 years. So tell me about your common translation experience. Well, first of all, clients or customers contact me. It can be email or WhatsApp, or they can call me. And normally they do it earlier. But sometimes it happens that it's necessary like as soon as possible. But if they contact earlier, I ask them like how many people will participate in the meeting or in conference, and where are the speakers from, and how many people will participate in this translation, how many like listeners or speakers, and also how many hours. And I ask, and then I say them the fee, and if they agree, I ask them to send me some websites and some materials like no, I mean, what will be the topic about, so I could get ready earlier. Sometimes normally they should send some materials, so you will get ready, you will have idea. And but sometimes it happens, so like for example, like when you don't expect, so then you don't have time to prepare, so you do it like as it goes, you know. And and also it will be great that before the translation itself, so you will see the person who hires you, and you will speak a little bit and try to, or if it's not possible, mainly they're like foreign people, so you can talk over the phone or WhatsApp, and so you'll feel like secure. And sometimes the customer wants to tell you like to familiarize you with some details of the meeting, or about his or her like aims, and like tell you some details before the meeting. So it's also very important to like to, you know, to speak before, so the customer will be also like confident about you, about your language, about quality of the service. So the next question, number 3, are you interested in using apps or navigating the internet for translations as a professional translator? Yes, sure. Yeah, as I told that before starting translation or interpreting itself, first I do some research. I look for like I read their site, their website, and I try to understand what, in which area is this company, what do they do, what business do they do, or I mean, what is their area. And if they send some materials and I translate, I look for some specific words in this area, because I'm not in one area. I have orders from different areas. It can be business and agriculture or any areas, anything, you know. I try to do like different types of translations. It depends on customer. So yes, I look for some words, yeah, for some specific words. And question number 4, what translation applications or websites do you use in your practice? You know, I mainly I use, because here in Kazakhstan, English, Russian, and Kazakh languages are popular. And so if I'm looking for some specific words, and I use Translator, I prefer this website because this is like professional translation site. Normally it is used in all the like plants, factories, like in like you know, in professional translation we use this website because it gives you a lot of like meanings of the words for English, Russian, and I think this site has other options for translation. We use this, but of course it takes a lot of time because it gives you too many meanings. So you need to figure out which meaning is which meaning suits best. No, yes, I know that some also some companies, some translation agencies use Trodos or other kinds of applications, but I don't use it. I mainly also I do written translations like of documents. Also we do it like with Noter. In this case, sometimes I just use if it's text, sometimes I use like you know, Google Translator, and then after that it takes a lot of time to check specific words and you know, to check it in Multitran and like check all like meanings. So yes, sometimes we do it. What is the most effective one? It depends. It depends for which purpose. For example, as I said, for specific like words, I use Multitran, and for like texts, mainly like Google Translate, and then again this Multitran. Number 6, why do you use them?
We can pass it. Yeah, we missed this question.
No, actually it's okay. You know, nowadays, you know, like technology is progressing, you know. We use this Google Translator because, you know, it gives quite good like translation actually, you know. So it makes easier our job because you just concentrate mainly on some like difficult places. So yeah, so that's why we use them. And number 7, how do you keep up with deadlines for translations? Yeah, this is quite painful question, like for every translator, especially in written translations. You know, I feel sometimes like stressed. Yeah, it happens because especially it depends like if customer like gives you like maybe, I don't know, maybe like many pages, like 8 or 10 pages, and asks for like maybe 1 or 2 days, it will be quite stressful because sometimes I don't take this kind of like you know, like urgent translations, because it's quite stressful. I remember that I was translating like till, I don't know, 3 a.m. and you know, like for 2 days, and yeah, it's quite. So mainly now I concentrate on translation of documents like passports and transcripts and some contracts and agreements, like this kind of documents. And 8, what time of day is most effective for you? You know, I think weekdays, maybe. At the weekends, sometimes, you know, it happens that customers contact like in the evening, you know, when like notars almost closing, like 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. and they want it urgently. They say like, I need this, for example, 8 passports. I need today to be like notary certified. So in this case, you know, I try to call and find like in my area, I try to find a notary who works like longer hours, you know, like late hours. And once like few days ago, I had this kind of order. So you know, I found a notary who works till 10 p.m. So of course we managed to finish this translation. But actually, it's I think it doesn't matter which day. Of course, at the weekends, sometimes you might have some plans, but sometimes if it's like a good translation that you want to do, it doesn't matter. You can do it the weekends as well. So 9, what are the type of online resources used by professional translators, and to what extent are they used by them? I mentioned before that mainly as I know that in factories, in plants, they use this multitran, especially for technical translation like Russian, English. It's perfect website. Number 10, what proportion of their total translating time do professional translators spend on search activities? You know, it depends. For example, if the area that you are translating, for example, once I had a translation and the topic is telecommunications, you know, this new 5G technologies, and of course, like IT area is quite difficult for me. And plus, you know, sometimes it happens like this, you know, mainly it happens like this, that some for example, they contact you and ask you to start translation like in one day. Maybe they say tomorrow, can you come and translate for us? And I saw that because the previous translator like rejected this project, and I know why. No, sometimes it happens, but I think mainly when I saw some sample materials, I saw that it was full of specific words, you know, and but the pay was good, so I said yes, no problem, why not, let's do it, because you need translators. So yes, I will do it. I will do my best, you know, I will try to do it. And you know, I was glad, I wasn't scared, and I went there. And you know, the people, they were really good, you know, and those like IT specialists, you know, they mainly they themselves knew these specific words for them, but they didn't know like some other like words and sentences that were very easy for me to understand, but they knew very well the specific words. So that was very good, you know, and the people, they were really nice, and it was, yeah, I was very glad that I went to this translation. Yeah. So yeah, and in this case, but you know, it was a little bit stressful because you know, during the breaks and the day before that, you know, I worked hard to you know, sometimes I have like, I take this kind of like diary or like notebook, and I write some words, you know, like and I get ready, because when you write it, it's easier to remember, you know, when you write it. So I was preparing, yeah, for this translation, like even during the breaks, you know. So the next question, number 11, what patterns of behavior can be identified as the use of web searching by professional translators? Patterns of behavior. You need to, you know, you need to be very like focused, and you know, and you know, when you look for some words, you need to be very like to devote like your time and efforts, you know, to work for quality, you know. And sometimes these translator sites, they have like some meanings, they give you some meanings, and at the end it has some, you know, like different areas. For example, one word in different areas, for example, in medicine, in law, and it's you know, like a lot of like examples. So you need to check those examples as well and find exactly that specific word. And you know, it takes some time, you know. So yeah, you need to do your best, you know. Number 12, what is your most important principle in the work of translator? In the work of translator, you know, you need to be like helpful. You need to try to do your best. So like so the both sides understand each other really well, you know, that if you you know, if it is like consecutive translation, when a person, for example, says like sentence or few sentences, and you translate, and the person stops and you translate, then you can ask questions. Actually, if you didn't understand something, it's normal to ask a question. And like you know, here in our work, what is important is to understand, you know, like exactly what the person wants, so you can like deliver this translation like really well, you know. Then your customers will be satisfied, and the next time they will work with you, they will contact you, you know. So, and you yourself, you will feel very like I don't know, like happy and like satisfied that you did your best, that both sides that came to agree, like they agreed, they understood each other. Because you know, mainly these these translations, they are related to finance. For sometimes it's logistics, and I will give you example after, when I finish. No, maybe I can do it now, you know. For example, my last like 2 translations, like interpretings, they were related to international trade. You know, one person, he was born in Kazakhstan, and but now he, for many years, he lives in Germany. And you know, he has fields here, he grows wheat, and also he brings to Kazakhstan like fertilizers and some agriculture like equipment and machinery from Germany. And also he brings seeds to other like other farmers. So like, you know, the turnover is quite huge, you know, it's like maybe 1.5 million euros. So, and this is very important to translate it right, because sometimes it can be related to customs services, to logistic, like every truck that comes, how it moves. So there are a lot of like details, and it's very important that they will understand each other, you know, because this businessman from Germany, he doesn't speak English. So, and his business partners from Serbia, they don't speak Russian or German languages. So it needs to be like, you know, like in detail, you know. And sometimes, and also I will tell you also something that, for example, sometimes it happened that I had to be like at work for 24 hours, like non-sleep. It happened to me like this because, for example, when you go and translate in fields, you have, you know, in Kazakhstan, we have long distances, and these fields, they're obviously located like far from the city. So even business partners, like they didn't like understand that it needs like so much of like driving, you know. So, and we moved from one city, from Pavlodar region to Nursultan. And for example, yeah, for example, we visited these fields. We had like lunch, dinner, and then in the evening we had to depart, like at, for example, I think it was 11 p.m. and then come to Nursultan by car. So, and when we arrived to Nursultan, it was already 5 a.m. So, you know, I was laughing. I said, yeah, this is like the first time that I didn't sleep for almost like 24 hours. So, but, you know, I was happy, you know, I was glad. I don't know, this was very interesting for me, you know. What is important for translator to love or like your work and to have passion, because you know, you will see different people and you will talk to them, and sometimes the questions are very like, I mean, they're like very simple. Sometimes it's funny, you know, that these farmers, they were asking some other questions, like funny questions. They said, oh, how, like, for example, I saw some farmers who had like who were heavy and had extra weight, and they asked, how do you manage to keep like this, like in good shape, you know, to these foreigners? And this was also like different, like funny moments, you know. And plus these people, they like, you know, it's interesting to see like some new people, and I mean, and mainly they're like business people. They're quite successful in their work, and this is also very interesting. Sometimes these people, they can negotiate till midnight. So, and you need to translate, yes, till midnight. And sometimes it happened that normally there should be like 2 interpreters, but I did it alone because there wasn't any other translator, you know. So this is like interesting, you know. And what methods do you have to save time? I don't know. I think when you have some basic, like when you studied well at university, and also, you know, what is good, what I wanted to mention, what is very important, when translator lived or studied in foreign country for like for, I don't know, maybe for some years, and has international experience, like working or studying with like foreigners and dealing with foreigners, then you understand like better, and you you know how to speak, you understand better, you know, because there are some differences between people from different countries in like maybe in culture, in ethics, I don't know. So, but if you have international experience, so it will be like much better, even for like understanding each other, you know, even this accent and way of speaking. So this is very important for interpreter. 14, in your opinion, which three professional skills of web translators are the most important for this profession? 3 professional skills. I think the translators, they should be very like communicative. They should be sociable, and sometimes maybe not too serious, you know. You need to I mean, it's, you know, you need, I don't know even how to say, but of course you need to be like hardworking, to focus on details, and but mainly, yeah, you need to be like friendly, and just if they ask you something, you need to be helpful, and like open, and talkative, and yeah, I think like this. So under this video, I will put my like email and contact details. So if someone will need a translator in Nursultan or Kazakhstan, so they can contact me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Okay. No problem.
And that's all.
Yes, you know, yeah,